Morning, everyone. Welcome to Express Meditation. Um, so we're gonna wrap up today the advantages of guru devotion. So just a few more points to get through, um, and then um, and then I guess next week we'll start the disadvantages. So both of them are supposed to be motivating, right? Inspiring and motivating. So we'll see where it takes us. Um, so we try to relax our mind and our body. And trying to release this release the focus or the attention outwardly and bring it inward. It's not that we're not trying to feel, it's that we're trying to use our mind, focus our mind, and everything external's a distraction. You can become aware of the breath, the natural inhale and exhale, the cycle. As we inhale, the lungs fill with air, the chest, the torso, the stomach, they all expand. And when we exhale, the torso contracts, pushes out the air, rises up, and exits through our nose. So all of our breathing's through our nose. And we imagine the merit field in front of us. And if that's difficult, just imagine being surrounded by blissful white light. This white light is the radiance of all enlightened beings. So you can think that you're surrounded by all enlightened beings. They're all sending their love. sending their compassion, their caring, they're supportive. So they're just holding you, they're surrounding you, and they're there for you right now. When we bring to mind our motivation. So, what is your motivation to meditate? And when we think about Guru devotion, devotion to a spiritual teacher, my motivation is simply to strengthen that devotion, to strengthen this connection. My devotion is not 100% yet, so I need to work on it until it sinks right into the heart and it becomes habitual. So may during this meditation, may my devotion take one step forward. So last week we ended with the fifth point of um, or the fifth advantage of having devotion to a spiritual teacher, and that was that your insights into and realizations of the grounds and the paths will increase. So that's where we left off. So um, the sixth advantage is you will not lack a guru in all your future lives. That sounds really nice. That the teacher is going to appear to us just because we have that karmic connection in this life. So if you think about it, maybe in this life it came easy, came early, maybe it didn't. If it came easily, then it was probably from a past life connection. And if not so easy, then maybe less of a connection in past lives. But now we have that connection and we need to nurture this connection. So the next life becomes easy again. We have a teacher, we have someone to guide us. In fact, it means that you will never be without a guru in all future rebirths until achieving enlightenment. That's what it means. It also means that we're able to perceive the teacher and to communicate with the teacher even after they pass. These stories of disciples like Lao and Tsongkhapa would appear in different forms to his students, sometimes in the form of a yogi or a monk, lay person, maybe even in your dreams, in visions. And when that devotion is strong, then we can receive the guidance on the stages of the path to enlightenment. Through these dreams and visions and emanations, but it can also be through nonverbal. Because there's this mind to mind connection. Have the seventh advantage of having devotion to the spiritual teacher, and that's that you will not fall into lower realms. So we hear a lot about lower realms. We've contemplated this extensively, and they really don't sound like a nice place to go. So through this devotion, you purify karma. You purify karma and you experience the result of negative karma in a very short time. So you can imagine that by practicing guru yoga, it's possible to experience the result of a negative karma, which would normally have brought great suffering, and in fact, suffering in the lower realms for a very long time. But because of your guru devotion, this negative karma, it ripens in a relatively mild suffering, and it happens right now. So it's happening now, and it happens for a short time. So this purification, it could look like or take the form of scolding from the teacher. So it's really um, short, it's brief, it's almost like a slap on the hand. It's not very painful, much less painful than existence in the lower realms. So in the essence of the grounds sutra, there's a verse related to this purification through guru devotion. It says, if one's mind is conjoined with guru devotion, the karma of wandering in the lower realms for immeasurable millions of eons can be purified through the experience of epidemics, famines, etc. In this life, or a little harm to the body and mind, or even by just scolding or through a nightmare. So, is this difficult to imagine? Just by having this devotion to the teacher, that my negative karma will be purified so easily, and I will avoid many, many eons of existence in lower realms. Somehow it sounds crazy, but then again, you hear stories, right? Where the teacher instructs the student to do hundreds of thousands of prostrations or tsatsas, meditations, maybe even support um, a Dharma project financially, and then it collapses. The money's lost. And they seem so gigantic and huge to us at this moment, at this time, in this life. But when we think about eons in lower realms of existence, where there's nothing but excruciating pain, suffering, and you have no capacity to practice Dharma. Then all of a sudden, that lost investment, those prostrations, the tsatsas, seems seems like a bee sting. Seems almost completely insignificant. Now, for the eighth advantage, you will effortlessly achieve all temporary and ultimate aims, goals. So basically, the guru devotion, in summary, all your wishes will be fulfilled. Not only fulfilled, but they'll be effortless. No matter whether they are for worldly objectives, liberation, or enlightenment. It's all fulfilled. And you'll also receive the ultimate happiness of liberation, the ultimate happiness of enlightenment. And that should come as no surprise, right? if you're not interested or have any affinity to self-development and connecting with a guru, connecting with a spiritual teacher, um, then why would you do it? If that's not the goal, if that's not the result, then we wouldn't be interested. So it says in the essence of Nectar Graduated Path, it says it like this. It says, in brief, by devotion to the Guru for the present, you will be free from unfavorable states and attain the higher states of humans and gods. Ultimately, all of the suffering of cyclic existence will be ended, and you will achieve the supreme excellent state. So you can ask yourself, how is my devotion? Is it strengthening? Is it not? Why? Am I making progress? Are these advantages? Do they make sense? Are they inspiring to me? And so you can periodically, think about them during the week and just check where you are and check why. And so we dedicate all the merits that we've created during this meditation, especially to all those that are sick and ill, who are going through difficult times, and for all those that have recently passed, especially our dear Sangha member Michael, who recently passed away. May they quickly find a precious human rebirth or a rebirth in a pure realm. And thank that due to all the past, present, future merits collected by me and all the merits of the 3 times collected by numberless Buddhas and numberless sentient beings, which are completely empty of existing from their own side, may I, who am completely empty of existing from my own side, achieve the state of full enlightenment, which is completely empty of existing from its own side, and lead all sentient beings who are completely empty of existing from their own side to that state which is completely empty of existing from its own side, by myself alone, who am completely empty of existing from my own side. Thank you, everyone.